Welcome to this episode of Go Statesmen TV. I'm Katie Smith coming to you from Carrollton, Georgia. Statesman football taking on the University of West Georgia for all the marbles, a share of the Gulf South Conference Championship. This is the final regularly scheduled game for the Statesmen in 2013. Let's see the highlights.
Captains are out for both teams as the Statesmen have their captains across the way. Our seniors getting one more chance to have that captaincy here tonight across the line for Delta State. Trenton Warren, Kenny Barnes, also out there Fred Marshall, Richard Freelon, Dominic Hersey, Andre Lucius, the aforementioned Reed Faulkner, and Adrian Dinkins. Foy to the right of Sullivan. West Georgia shows blitz. Play action. Pass across the middle. Caught by Osborne. Spins out of a tackle. He's down inside the 40. They will say his knee touched at the West Georgia 40-yard line. And the Statesmen will move the chains once again. Trainer again will take the snap. Tight end drops out. He's going to throw the ball up. Frankie Lee tries to go up for it and makes the interception. He'll be pulled out of bounds at the 12-yard line. It's not going to matter. It was going to be offensive pass interference on West Georgia either way. So Frankie Lee picks up the big interception to stop the West Georgia drive, and the Statesmen will have it at the 12-yard line. Play action, looking downfield, threads the needle, and making the reception is 85, Casey Osborne at the 31-yard line. Call it 15 yards and a Statesman first down. Davison will get the handoff, trying to go left, cuts upfield, needs a block, makes a man miss across the 40, and will be brought down at the 41-yard line, and then is slammed down on the Delta State sideline by a defender. He'll hop up. First and 10 for the Statesmen at the 43. Play action once again, looking downfield, caught by Hunt at the 45-30, 25-20, 15, cuts inside 10, down inside the 5. It'll be first and goal to go for the Statesmen at the 3-yard line as Ricky Hunt catches the little crossing pattern across the middle and turns it into a huge gain. So it'll be first and goal to go from the 4-yard line. Sullivan out of the gun. Jet sweep again. Sullivan will keep it. Dives forward. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. And the Statesmen are an extra point away from tying this one up. Holt standing at about his own 27-yard line. This time gets a much better boot into it. Appling from the 20 will take it. He fumbles and the Statesmen have recovered. Statesmen made their first break of the ball game right there. Appling tried to field it. And coming in, Faulkner fell on top of it. And the Statesmen have it. First and 10 at the 20-yard line of West Georgia. Huge break there for the green and white. Second down and 10 from the 20. Sullivan, two-step drop. Looks across the middle, going to dump it down to Foy. Foy makes a man miss, cuts inside. He's down to the 10-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. Yard line to yard line. That'll move the sticks. Third down and 8. Three receivers, two to the near side right. Statesmen bring the blitz all day to throw. Throws the out route, and it's picked off. Intended for Anumba, picked off by Frankie Lee, and Lee will be wrapped up at the 37-yard line. Big play there by Frankie Lee. That time, I think Trainer expected the little crossing route that was cut off by Appling, and Lee stepped right in front of it for the big interception. 7.5 to play here in the second quarter. West Georgia now will hand it off to Clyde Jones, and he is met in the backfield by big number 36 for Delta State, Artavius Morgan, and he will drop him back at the 26-yard line. It's a loss of 2.5. Sullivan pump fakes, throws across the middle, caught by Hunt, makes a man miss, splits to the open field, and will be brought down inside the 40-yard line at the 39. Sullivan all day to throw, throwing off that back shoulder. Pass is caught by Hunt. He'll make a man miss and walk into the end zone for the touchdown. The Statesmen on the 40-yard touchdown strike. Sullivan to Hunt, his 7th reception of the season for a touchdown. 42 yards officially on the play. The PAT is up on the way. It is off the upright, and it falls no good. 3:34 to play here in this first half. West Georgia 21, Delta State 13. On the hard count, they'll give it off to Jones, and Jones will lose 5, back to the 10. Also 5 on the play, darting through again is Christopher Norman on the tackle. Dickey again on the hard count. Gonna hand it off, Seward right side. He's gonna get nothing. He'll lose a yard. Back to the 29. Adrian Dinkins there on the tackle. Third down now and 8. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. Need the 21 for a first. Dickey, a 3-step drop, trying to set up the screen. The pass is caught, and a great open field tackle out there by number 41 for the Statesman, Caleb Smith. It's going to bring up fourth down and 11. The ball spotted at the 31-yard line. Big fourth down here. Dickey out of the gun. 3-step drop, pressure coming, throwing the home run ball. Great coverage over there, and it's intercepted. Picked off in the end zone by guess who? Frankie Lee. His third interception of the ball game. First and 10 now for the Wolves at the 12. They can get a first down just inside the 2-yard line. Dickey will hand it off. And this time, Statesman crash on Hensley. No gain on the play. In fact, will lose a yard. Back to the 13. It'll be 2nd and 11. West Georgia brings the blitz. The pass complete to Jerome Stewart on the near sideline. Makes a man miss. And he's going to get very close to the first down marker. Sullivan drops back. Pressured now, will evade the pressure. Steps up, throws. The pass caught on that far sideline by Casey Osborne. Third down and 8 now for the Statesmen. Sullivan will drop back to pass, steps up to throw, complete on the far sideline. Making the grab is Casey Osborne. Osborne will be tackled at the 43-yard line. Another catch on that far sideline by Osborne. Dropping back to pass again is Sullivan. Loads up, throws. Pass caught across the middle by Osborne. Down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Sullivan 283 yards passing tonight. Loads up, throws. Pass is caught by Bethley, and he will slide in for the touchdown. Finally, a ray of hope for the Statesman there, as Sullivan throws his second touchdown of the game. Bethley catching his first touchdown pass. Dickey loads up, throws across the middle. It's picked off by Trenton Warren. Statesman needed a break. They got it right there inside the 20 and gets out to the 25-yard line. Sullivan steps up. Throws the completion out to Osborne. Osborne makes a man miss. Out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. 4th and 10. Sullivan loads up. Throws the out route. Pass is caught. First down for the Statesman. Getting out of bounds is Casey Osborne. So Osborne now over 100 yards receiving in the game. Blitz coming once again. Stepping up. Throwing complete on the sideline to Colin Floyd this time, who will move the chains. The Wolves send out Coach Dickey in the way that he would want. Defeating Delta State tonight 38-20.
Not the outcome the Statesmen wanted to end the season. West Georgia takes a 38-20 win, and Delta State loses out on a share of the 2013 Gulf South Conference Championship. But this was a complete turnaround from last year, and we have plenty to look forward to under head coach Todd Cooley. For GoStatesmenTV, I'm Katie Smith in Carrollton, Georgia.
Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland has clothed the Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis by Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans by Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland.
Millions of girls are told they're pretty, but not many end up becoming a model. Even fewer decide to put their face in front of someone who wants to rearrange it. And now, instead of fighting for a cover shot, I'm fighting for gold. I'm Michaela Mayer, and I'm one of a kind.
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow, it's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi owned and operated, the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership, offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options. Let the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business.
North Sunflower Medical Center in Rouville is proud to announce the addition of board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Wayne Dotson to our team. An orthopedic surgeon treats musculoskeletal trauma, skeletal disease, and sports injuries using both surgical and non-surgical techniques, including joint replacement, arthroscopic surgery, and more. Dr. Dotson has extensive experience in the Delta and beyond, using the latest in surgical techniques when needed to ensure a healthy and speedy recovery. Call or have your provider refer you to Dr. Wayne Dotson for a consultation and find out why more people are saying, "Take me to Rouville."
The Lady Statesmen had their home opener on November 12th against Selma University here at Walter Sillers Coliseum. Let's see the highlights. Delta State looking for a win after going 1-1 at the West Florida tournament to start the season. First half, Seneca Walton takes the opposite of her normal role, passes to Anissa Jackson on the block. Becca Rux finds herself wide open in the paint, power dribble, and she banks it in, 12-2 Lady Statesmen. Rux again working toward a new career high, Delta State up 9. Guess who? Rux open again, another bucket, Lady Statesmen leading by 11. On the fast break, pass ahead to Walton. Defense gets a hand on it, but Seneca gets it back, goes to the other side of the glass and scores, 20-9 DSU. Rux challenged a little bit this time. First shot not quite there, gets her own rebound and tries from the other side. Another bucket for Rebecca Rux, Lady Statesmen up by 10. Off the miss, Kenesha Henry grabs the rebound, gives it to Randy Ball. She takes a step forward and hits the short jumper, 26-15 DSU. Lady Statesmen not seeing much resistance. Walton putting up more points in the paint, 17-point lead now. Seneca now getting a chance to show off her other skills. Passing gets to her just inside the three-point line. She drains the jumper. Second half action now, but more of the same. Delta State dominating at this point. Walton drives baseline, scores from underneath, 40-22 Lady Statesmen. Henry to Ball, another score in the paint. Ball out ahead on a fast break. This time, she decides to go all the way in, plays keep away from the defender and lays it in. 48-26 DSU. Ladies helping each other out here. Maisha Stewart to Ball. She goes for the shot. Stewart rebounds, puts it back in, 23-point lead. Alexis Ross unguarded, just inside the arc, plenty of time. She sinks the jumper, 57-32 DSU. Stewart again with the rebound and put back, using long arms to grab the ball. Ashley Brown open now, another nice jumper for the Lady Statesmen.
Excited to be at home. We only have 2 non-conference games that are at home. I thought we came out a little flat. I would want our players to be excited to play in front of their home crowd. I thought there was a good crowd here tonight to come watch and play. Probably a little jitters, especially with the newcomers, but it's good to get the first one out of the way and under our belt. I think you want to play how you've been practicing, and we've had some good practices lately. We've had a lot of intensity. We haven't gotten sloppy, and that's why I was disappointed in the first half, because I think Selman and Coach Rember did a good job, because they came out with, I think, a little more fire than us, talked a little bit more, had a little more effort than us, and that can't happen at any time, especially your first home game. Right, they're both nursing leg injuries. Shanae with her foot, and Chelsea is with her hand, with her wrist. Chattisty Hickman is also with her lower leg. So, on paper, that's 3 of our guards that we're going to be counting on a lot. So this was a good chance for some of our other guards to get some minutes to kind of get their feet wet in a college basketball game, and for us as a coaching staff to evaluate them and see what they can do.
Freshman Anissa Jackson has adjusted well. She scored 10 points and grabbed 4 rebounds.
She works hard, great attitude. I think she's kind of come in with a body that's built for college basketball, and is able to take some of that physical stuff that goes on during the game. And she's not one that's going to lack for confidence either, which is a good thing. Sometimes you have to rein her in a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that, because when you do rein her in a little bit, she listens to it. She has a great attitude, and she's done well in her first 3 college games.
In 3 games, Seneca Walton has scored 3 double-doubles.
Well-deserved Conference Player of the Week last week, and did again tonight in limited minutes. And she's able to score facing the basket, and she's able to score with her back to the basket. We'd like for her to work on posting up a little bit lower to the goal and not make it so hard on herself but she had another good game tonight.
Sophomore Becca Rux completely surpassed her previous career high. She scored 24 points against Selma.
She's worked in the weight room. She's worked when we've run. She's quicker. She's lighter on her feet. She's able to get off the floor one time after another, and she's playing with confidence right now. And you know, when she moves her feet and posts up, it's hard to get around her and hard to guard her. And I expect some teams are going to double team her. She has to learn to take care of the basketball and be able to pass the ball out of double teams.
Coming off the big win, the Lady Statesmen have more than a week until they see action again.
It comes at a great time. We're going to have to, defensively, I definitely think tonight Selma came out with more energy than us, and we're going to have to correct that on the defensive end, and we're going to have to find some production from our guards. We're really getting some scoring production from our post players, but we're going to have to get some consistent shooting and some consistent passing and communication and some confidence from our guards.
The Lady Statesmen take an 83-41 win over Selma University. They hit the court again at Walter Sillers Coliseum on November 26 to take on Belhaven University. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. For GoStatesmen.com, I'm Caroline George.
The Delta State University men's basketball team hit the road for its third official game of the 2013-2014 season, but the Statesmen didn't go too far. The team made the relatively short trip to Memphis to play Lemoyne-Owen College on Saturday, November 16th. DSU brought an 82-71 win back to Cleveland, moving to 2-1 on the season so far. Willie Reedus was the big man, literally and figuratively, against the Magicians. He scored 31 points and pulled down 13 rebounds for Delta State. Cornell Knight put up 16 points. Alistair Chisholm had 13. Devin Schmidt had 9. Jack Madgen added 7. And Mike Washington scored 6 points. Next up, the Statesmen are back at Walter Sillers Coliseum in Cleveland, hosting Selma University on Wednesday, November 20th, and then Champion Baptist College on Saturday, November 23rd. Tip-off on Wednesday is 7:30 and 4 in the afternoon Saturday. For GoStatesmenTV, I'm Katie Smith.
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow. It's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi-owned and operated, the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership. Offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options, let the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business. Abraham's, in historic downtown Cleveland, has clothed the Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis by Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans by Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland.
Millions of people grow up in a family of immigrants. But not everyone stops at nothing to reach their dream. Even fewer have the patience, passion, and perseverance to achieve success. A dream is for those who sleep. I live mine. I'm Pitbull, and I'm one of a kind. Darling.
Let's go back to talking football here for a minute, and let's take a look at how the Gulf South Conference standings played out in the end. North Alabama and West Alabama share the title GSC champs. Both teams finished with a 5-1 league record. The Lions were 8-2 overall. Of course, one of those losses was to Delta State, and following that game, the Statesmen won on a last-second field goal. UNA finished out the season with 7 straight wins. The Tigers were 8-3 overall. Your Delta State Statesmen finished the season in third place with a 4-2 GSC record, 7-3 overall. DSU win a perfect 4-0 at home at Parker Field at McCool Stadium in Cleveland. Valdosta State and West Georgia finished up tied for fourth place in the conference. Both teams went 3-3 in league play. Reigning NCAA Division II national champion Valdosta had a 6-4 overall record. West Georgia went 6-5. Florida Tech picked up one win in the Gulf South Conference and finished sixth at 1-5. The Panthers were 4-7 overall. Shorter did not win a conference game, coming in seventh, but the Hawks did pick up two other wins and finished 2-9 on the year. Out of a pool of great teams, North Alabama was the only Gulf South Conference school to make the postseason. The Lions are the number 3 seed in Super Region 2 and will host Tuskegee in the first round. For GoStatesmenTV, I'm Katie Smith.
The Delta State swimming and diving programs had their best week of the season thus far. In individual honors, Melanie Thomas was named CollegeSwimming.com's Division II Swimmer of the Week following her performance at Drury, where she eclipsed the 8-year-old mark in the 400-meter individual medley to set a new school record. Head coach Daniel Murray commented about the freshman, "Anytime a record is broken, it's great to see it happen. She is a highly coachable athlete who looks to improve daily and is dedicated to working hard." The team traveled to Arkadelphia, Arkansas for a pair of dual meets, first versus Henderson State and the following day versus Ouachita Baptist. DSU swept the meet versus Henderson, with the Statesmen winning narrowly 123-120, and Lady Statesmen with the convincing 147-80 win. Highlights were Fabrice Wendell winning the 200-meter freestyle and Bear Isles victorious in the 50 freestyle. Connor Bennett and Matthew Swain finished 1-2 in both the 1-meter and 3-meter dives. The Lady Statesmen took the top 2 spots in the 1,000 freestyle, with Maria Torres finishing ahead of Kim Barna. Tomers finished first in the 200 and 500 freestyle ahead of Danny Meerholz, with Hannah Core taking the top spot in the 50 freestyle. Other top finishes include Chloe Bennett in the 100 freestyle, Kirsten Page in the 100 backstroke, and Kirsten Stroven in the 100 breaststroke. The next day, DSU competed at Ouachita Baptist, where both teams won again. The Statesmen took the meet 160-70, while Lady Statesmen won 151-60. The highlight of the meet was in the diving competition, where Connor Bennett took runner-up in the 1-meter diving competition with a score of 293.2, good enough to qualify for the national championship meet at the end of the season. The score was good enough for a new school record for a few minutes before Matthew Swain scored 302.2. Swain has qualified for the national meet earlier this season. DSU is on break until the middle of December, when the Aquatic Center hosts the DSU Christmas Invitational, December 14th through the 17th. For GoStatesmenTV, I am James Vallone.
I had a friend that did it before me and came to America, and I wanted to do it too. And Delta State offered me the best opportunity to do it, like playing soccer and studying in the same time, which is not possible in France. My major here is general business, but I studied before in France. I went to the University of Lyon, where I studied civil engineering, and I got my diploma in a 2 years program. So I'm just completing my formation here with a general business degree. I might go to a grad school to start an MBA. And once I got it, I don't know yet. Maybe going back in France or staying here, I don't know yet. My favorite place to be in Cleveland, I would say the field, where we play games. I've been playing soccer since I'm 6 years old, and I played basketball when I was really young, but really not long at all. I have 2 sisters. I have one older and one younger. The older one's name is Kara. She's 29, she's married and pregnant. And my younger sister is 21, and she's still in school. She's actually doing an internship in England right now. I would say my favorite soccer player is Zidane. He's like a role model. He's French. He has Algerian origins, which is kind of like me. I mean, he's the best. He's one of the best players in the world. So, a good teammate is usually someone funny and ready to play and work during practice. So I would say it's a mix between funny and serious. Je m'appelle Amin Ramani, je viens de Lyon, en France. Student, athlete, statesman, united in green.
I knew one of the girls here from back home, and since I was little I always wanted to play in the US. So I came over here to visit and got in that way. I played in the alumni game and then spoke to coach really. I started when I was 9, I joined a club team, and ever since I've loved it. Played swimming, well I didn't play, swam, and I did horse riding.
I have a younger brother who's 10 named Louis and a younger sister named Hannah who's 18. I've travelled a lot around Europe and I've been to Disney World a couple of times when I was younger. I'm a graduate student studying sports management. I haven't completely decided yet. I want to own my own fitness centre or do something with the sports marketing or the media side of things. I think I'm a bit of both. I think I'm introverted because I'm quite shy if I'm not in my comfort zone and quiet. But as soon as I'm in my comfort zone, I'm quite confident and loud. Favourite professional athlete is Steven Gerrard or David Beckham. If I play bad, then the cleats go. I can't wear them again. I have to change the pair of cleats. Favourite place on campus has got to be the soccer field. Characteristics I look for in a good teammate: they have to be loyal, they have to be trustworthy because we have to depend on them. They have to be sociable because I have to spend every single day with them, so it's nice when they're fun. I like leaders as well. It was really good. I'd had a tough season, being injured, so it was so nice to step out on the field, and I think we was losing 1-0 at the time. So to score straight on, that was good. Lauren May, women's soccer, number 8, forward, sports management, London, England. Student, athlete, lady statesman, united in green.
North Sunflower Medical Center in Ruleville is your full-service healthcare provider. Whether it's an emergency, wound care, daily preventative health screening, swing bed and outpatient rehabilitation, to our outstanding staff and team of surgeons, you'll find we treat the whole you. North Sunflower Medical Center has become the Delta's leader in providing complete, quality medical services to residents and visitors of Sunflower County and beyond. Come by and see why people say, "Take me to Ruleville."
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow, it's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi-owned and operated, the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership. Offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options, let the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business. Abraham's, in historic downtown Cleveland, has clothed the Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis by Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans by Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland.
Millions of girls are told they're pretty, but not many end up becoming a model. Even fewer decide to put their face in front of someone who wants to rearrange it. And now, instead of fighting for a cover shot, I'm fighting for gold. I'm Michaela Mayer, and I'm one of a kind.
Well, when I was in high school, I played in the North Half tournament here, and Coach Jim Merle watched me play 3 games and thought he'd take a chance on recruiting me for basketball, and so I signed with him because really that's the only offer that I had. In basketball, just being with some good friends that we grew up with and suffered through some tough practices. And in baseball, the same way. It comes kind of like a fraternity with your fellow players. And, you know, when you share the locker room, you share the practice facilities, you share the dressing rooms, and it just becomes a brotherhood. Life lessons, persistence, I guess, more than anything. Just staying with it day after day and not giving up, not getting discouraged, and knowing that tomorrow will be a little bit better than yesterday was. That's one of the primary things I can think of. And knowing that not every day is going to be a good day, but you have to bounce with the ball and go with it. And playing 2 sports, I had a lot of opportunities to get knocked down quite a few times, but you have to get back up again. Well, like I said in my speeches, you know, nobody plans on being in the Hall of Fame when they play in the career. I mean, it probably never enters anybody's mind to be, I'm going to make the Hall of Fame, because probably you wouldn't do it. So it's just a great honor. It's something that catches you by surprise. and it's kind of the frosting on the cake with candles and maybe Roman candles with the candles.